Um, some people say what happened in Connecticut was because, or is because God, the schools took God out of schools. They took God out of schools. Um, what about irresponsible parents? Or what about let's talk about responsibility. How about a parent that knows they have kids in the house, that knows the real situation about their kids, and they have guns in the house, and did not lock up their guns properly, did not lock up their guns or their weapons the way they're supposed to be locked up? That's what you call responsibility. How about that parent that takes a 10 years old kid hunting with a rifle, showing them how to kill deer, how to kill animals by shooting them? How about that? I mean, I think it's more of a responsibility than we pushing blames or saying it's because it took God out of schools. America is a place, it's like a melting pot where everybody from every religion comes in. I mean, we can talk about religions in schools. Yeah, you can talk about religion, but not, you talking about God in schools is like you're trying to shove God up, shove God down people's throat. What about those people that don't believe in God? I mean, I don't believe you should shove something someone don't believe in, you know, in your throat. Let them believe what they believe in. Just preach religion to them. And we parents should try to preach responsibility. We should try to be responsible with whatever we have around us. If you have kids, or even if you don't have kids, be responsible with everything you have around you. I mean, if you have guns in the house, lock up your guns. Hide the keys somewhere in a safe place where your kids can't reach it. If you have kids that are sick, I mean, cry out. Let people know your kids are sick. Cry out. Cry out. That is what responsibility is all about. If you go hunting as a parent, please don't take a 10-year-old to the bush to hunt. Don't take a 15-year-old kid. Don't teach them how to shoot. You're not helping them. When I was growing up, I knew how to use my fist if I had to, if I really, really have to. I wasn't taught how to shoot guns. I grew up in the barracks where you have, in the military barracks. I saw guns every day, but I never learned how to use one. My dad never taught me how to use his guns. He always locked up his guns because he knows he has kids in the house. That's what you call responsibility. Let's stop pushing blames and try to be responsible as parents. If those guns that guy used in Connecticut had been locked up somewhere in a safe, I don't think that kid would have reached those guns. It's all about responsibility. Let's try and be responsible. If you have guns, lock them up. Don't take a kid out hunting. Don't show a kid how to kill a deer with a gun. Don't show a kid how to use a rifle. Don't, I mean, kids when they graduate from school, teenagers, a lot of things go through their mind. When I graduated from high school back in my country, a lot of things ran through my mind. But I looked for stuff that were like extracurricular activities to get myself involved in, like going to the gym, playing basketball, doing a whole bunch of stuff to get my mind off, things that could hurt other people. These are things we can help our kids do. I have a son right now. My son is 5 years old. I drop my son off in school every day. You understand? My son, I won't say is the best of kids when it comes to his behavior in school. But you know what I do too? Because it's a kid. Kids will always be kids. You know, I teach, I work out, pretty much every day. When I go work out, if my son is not going to school, I take him with me. I show him how to jog. I show him how to exercise. I show him how to do stuff, how to get himself involved in extracurricular activities, things that when I'm not here, or When I'm not around him, he can just walk to the gym or just go somewhere and get himself involved in extracurricular stuff. Hunting, showing your kids how to kill deer with a rifle is not extracurricular activity. It is absolutely not. Because those kids are 10, I don't think a 10-year-old kid is responsible enough to know if he shoots a deer, it's not the same thing as shooting a human. So we should learn how to do that. Don't teach your kids how to use a gun. Don't teach a 10-year-old kid or a 15-year-old kid how to use a gun. Show them how to be responsible. You be responsible yourselves as parents. I heard the guns the guy used in Connecticut, he didn't buy those guns. Those guns were guns his mom had in the house. How did he reach those guns? How did he get the key? If the guns were locked up, how did he get the keys to open up the safe to get the guns out? And why would the mom even have such weapons in the house? I mean, those are powerful weapons. Those are not hunting rifles. Those are powerful weapons. Those are weapons used in war, on battlefields. Why should any parent have such weapons in the house? Come on now. It is not about God. It is about responsibility. Let's try and be responsible as parents. Let's preach responsibility to our kids. Do not teach your kids how to hunt deer using rifle. Do not teach your hunting is not extra to me. I mean, I'm not speaking for everybody, but for me, hunting, shooting a deer is not extracurricular activity. That's how I see it. As a parent, I think you should be responsible enough to know the difference. When you go shoot a deer, it's you, but not your kids. I've seen kids in this country, following their parents to kill deer with rifles. 10-year-old kids, 7-year-old kids, 15-year-old kids. And what do you think? These kids might not be able to handle simple situations in school. Supposing so, they go to school tomorrow, someone says something bad to them, they go home, get those guns, and start shooting in schools. And you think, you start saying, they took God out of school. No, that's not the problem. Parents just need to be responsible. Let's try and preach responsibility. That should be the key to solving all this whole problem. Parents should try to be responsible. Adults should try and be responsible adults. And of course, let's put a lot of stuff in place to stop such carnage, stop such, I don't know what to call it. The first day I heard this, or I saw this thing on TV, I don't know. I mean, I was like, wow. I couldn't. I don't know if I held my breath or my breath just held itself. I have a son. I have a child I drop off in school every day. I go to school to pick him up every day. And it's crazy. Some of these parents already bought their Christmas gifts for these kids. And on the 24th of December, when they're supposed to be putting these gifts under the Christmas tree, these kids are no more there. It is painful. It is very, very painful. It is very, very painful. Some parents might not be able to take this. I just hope people in charge, we put a whole bunch of stuff in place for these parents, especially from now till 25th of December. I just pray it puts a whole bunch of programs out there for these parents, because so many parents might not be able to take this, especially on the 24th of December. On the 25th of December, when they wake up in the morning and they're expecting these kids to run to get their gifts under the Christmas tree, and these kids don't run out of their rooms. Those, the emotions all starts running back again. I just pray the people in charge put everything, celebrities like Oprah, all these people. I just pray they put everything in charge. Everything out there to help these parents. Because it's not really going to be easy for them from now till on the 25th of December. Yeah, it's not going to be easy on them. I mean, this is just my own way of venting, because it's annoying. I'm angry. I'm angry. I feel this shouldn't have happened if only parents were responsible. This wouldn't have happened. It is painful. Let's look for ways to stop such stuff from ever happening again. Let's put an end to such stuff. This shouldn't happen anymore. This whole Connecticut stuff, this whole elementary school stuff, killing. I just can't believe someone took guns and killed kids, 6 years old kids, 5 years old kids, 10 years old kids. This don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Let's try and get our kids involved in extracurricular activities that will get their minds off crime or carnage or stuff like this. Taking your kids out to hunt deers, to kill animals, is not the right way to go. Don't teach your kids how to use guns. Don't teach them how to use guns.